Ancient American Explorer.
Greetings, fellow seekers of the ancient past. I am your host, SuperGringo, your guide on an extraordinary odyssey into the rugged heart of the Andes, and you are watching Ancient American Explore. Today we're plunging deep into the wilds surrounding Cordillera, Chile, astride my trusty dual sport motorcycle, Zia, a steel horse companion as enduring as the mountains themselves. As I set out, the winter air crisp and biting by night, yet the midday sun scorches the rocky trails with unrelenting heat. I've loaded Zia with supplies for 2 weeks: tent, dehydrated meals, water purification tablets, cameras, and my Golden Condor DJI Mini Pro 4 drone, geared up to document the petroglyphs and rock art hidden in these remote highlands. This isn't just a ride, it's a pilgrimage to unravel the threads of human history, possibly tracing back to the earliest migrations along the west coast of the Americas, from Patagonia to the deserts of Peru. Buckle up. Let's ride into the unknown. The journey from Cordillera begins with a jolt. The trails are a gauntlet of washed-out rocky hills, their surfaces cracked and uneven, sculpted by centuries of erosion and sudden winter floods. Navigating these paths is no mere task. It's a battle of wits and will. Zia's tires grip the loose gravel, but every turn demands a delicate balance, my body swaying with the bike as we crest ridges and dip into dry washes. The challenge of reaching these sites is a formidable barrier. The Cordillera region's vast distances and lack of paved roads keep them shrouded in isolation. No casual tourist ventures here. Vandalism, that relentless thief of heritage, struggles to penetrate this natural fortress. The anonymity of these locations, coupled with the physical toll of the terrain, preserves them like sacred relics, their stones whispering secrets untouched by careless hands. As I weave through canyons, the landscape unfolds, a mosaic of browns and ochres dotted with cacti and the occasional gnarled tree. A stark beauty that humbles the soul and invites contemplation of those who came before. After hours of grueling travel, the first well-known sight emerges, a sprawling 3-acre expanse cradled by the hills, its presence a beacon in this desolate expanse. I dismount Zia, my boots crunching on the dry, sun-baked earth, and approach the stones with reverence. Clusters of petroglyphs greet me, the surfaces etched with the hands of the past. The carvings reveal a gallery of life, geometric spirals and zigzags, human figures with outstretched arms, and animals. Fox and llama-like motifs, the backbone of Andean pastoralism, their forms etched with a precision that speaks of intimate knowledge. These motifs echo the El Mole culture, flourishing from around 300 BCE to 700 CE in this region. The El Mole were semi-sedentary, building small villages of stone and adobe, crafting black-on-red pottery with incised designs, motifs of lines and dots that adorned their vessels. Their tools, fashioned from local stone, hinted a life of hunting, gathering, and early agriculture. Their art a testament to their resilience in this harsh land. The explorer in me yearns for more. I decide to push beyond the known into the uncharted. As I venture further, the landscape shifts, revealing more clusters of petroglyphs scattered like hidden treasures across the hills. Each site is a puzzle piece, its isolation a mirror to the vast distances these ancient peoples traversed in search of sustenance and meaning. The sun beats down, a relentless overseer, and water becomes my shadow. My initial supply, carefully rationed, dwindles with each step across the rocky terrain. A 2.5-hour round trip to Combabala looms, a daunting prospect on these trails. The thought of retracing my path under the fading light, a weight on my shoulders. But luck turns in my favor. I spot a narrow stream, its waters threading through the rocks like a silver vein, a lifeline in this desert wilderness. I unpacked my purification tablets, dropped them into my canteen with a faint fizz, and set up my camp stove, the flame flickering as I boil the water, the steam rising like a prayer of gratitude. Refreshed, I notice my surroundings with new eyes. Scattered adobe houses, their mud walls weathered by centuries of wind and sun, mark a tiny village, a living relic amid the stones. The air carries a stillness, broken only by the hum of Zia cooling down, her engine a heartbeat in this silent world. I deploy my Golden Condor, the DJI Mini Pro 4, an extension of Zia's adventurous spirit, and send it aloft with a whir of propellers. The drone's camera sweeps over the terrain, revealing a breathtaking vista that steals my breath. Pucaras, those ancient fortified settlements of stacked stone, their walls hinting at defense against long-forgotten foes. Corrals for livestock, their circular shapes etched into the earth like cosmic diagrams. And possible landmarks, their alignments suggesting a purpose tied to the stars. From above, some formations resemble llamas, massive geoglyphs perhaps, designed to be seen from the sky, a practice linked to Andean astronomical traditions, where celestial events guided planting and rituals. The ground below yields treasures, pottery shards everywhere, handles, fragments of pipes, a broken rim with a faint red design, suggesting a ritual site where ceremonies once pulsed with the beat of drums and chants. This could be the work of the El Mole, with their early artistry, or the later Diaguita, who emerged around 900 CE. The Diaguita, masters of copper metallurgy and intricate ceramics with zoomorphic and geometric patterns, left a legacy of art and architecture, their influence stretching across northern Chile into the Andean foothills. The trail grows treacherous, a steep, gnarly climb that tests every muscle and sinew. I haul Zia up the hill, my breath ragged, the bike's weight a burden as I navigate loose stones and sheer drops, my hands gripping the handlebars with determination. I reach the summit overlooking the village, my legs trembling, and there, etched into a massive boulder, are petroglyphs of horses, unmistakable, with riders astride them, their forms carved with a boldness that contrasts the native motifs below. These are post-colonial, a stark intrusion into the pre-Hispanic narrative. But how old? The patina is a riddle. Some lines are lighter, suggesting recent work, while others blend with the stone's darker hues, hinting at a date near the Spanish arrival in 1540. Horses, introduced by the conquistadors, transformed indigenous life, and these carvings may reflect that shift, perhaps by the Mapuche, fierce horsemen of the south, or the Diaguita adapting to new realities. Scattered around, a recurring motif emerges, a number 8, its curves sometimes twisting into snake-like forms, a symbol that weaves through the region's rock art, possibly tied to fertility, the serpentine rivers of Andean cosmology, or even a representation of duality in their worldview. I fan out, exploring in every direction for at least a mile, my footsteps echoing in the silence. More clusters emerge, each a gallery of the past, their stones weathered by time, yet vibrant with meaning. A rock oriented to the sunset catches my eye. Its alignment suggests a ceremonial marker, akin to sites like Tianaku, where stones tracked solstices and equinoxes, guiding the agricultural calendar. A buried stone corner, half exposed, hints at a building's foundation, its edges worn smooth by centuries of wind, perhaps a remnant of a Diaguita structure. Nearby, I stumble upon what at first glance resembles a tomb, but after close examination, It seems to be an ancient stove of some sort, perhaps for post-colonial smelting or for burning carbon. The Diaguita, with their mastery of copper metallurgy, might have used such a structure, while the El Mole, with their earlier presence, could have laid the groundwork, their simpler practices evolving into the technological adaptations seen here. This journey unveils a land brimming with discovery, from Osorno's lush south to Arica's desert north, along Chile's west coast, a corridor of ancient migrations. Were these migrations a single wave, a grand exodus across the Bering Strait, or a series of land and sea arrivals at different times, coastal peoples tattling dugouts while inland groups trekked through passes? Did isolation carve out forgotten periods of cultural evolution, pockets of humanity adapting in splendid solitude? The scarcity of water and the vast distances make such endurance a marvel, a testament to human ingenuity. The anonymity of these sites, their rugged seclusion high in the Cordillera, preserves them, a natural shield against time's erosion and human greed. The horse petroglyphs, the snake-like aids, the mystery lurking around every outcrop, all point to a layered history, a palimpsest of cultures adapting to change, from the El Mole's early settlements to the Diaguita's Copper Age, overlaid by the colonial horse. I could have roamed for weeks, lost in this labyrinth of stone and sky, but fuel for Zia runs low, a logistical tether in this wild expanse, a reminder of the modern world's reach. The horse petroglyphs pose a question. Are they modern echoes, carved by local hands in recent decades, or 16th century marks from the Spanish arrival, when conquistadors brought horses that reshaped indigenous warfare and trade? The patina's ambiguity fuels debate. Perhaps future studies with XRF dating, analyzing the weathering layers, or stratigraphic analysis of surrounding soil will settle it. How many more sites lie hidden, waiting for discovery beneath these hills? Chile's rock art, stretching back millennia, hints at a past as old as the Americans, possibly tied to early coastal migrations along the Pacific, where archaeological evidence like Clovis Points and Montes Verdes' 14,500-year-old layers suggest human presence, or isolated enclaves weathering the Ice Age in splendid isolation. The Diaguita's copper tools, the El Mole's pottery, the colonial horses, all weave a narrative of resilience, a story of adaptation against odds. This is a land where every stone holds a story, every trail a challenge, every find a window into the human spirit. As I pack up and plan my return, the Andes call me back, their peaks a silent promise of more tales to tell. The challenges of these trails, rocky ascents, water scarcity, the isolation that protects them, the cultures that shaped them, El Mole and the Diaguita with their early artistry, and the colonial overlay of horses, remind us of our shared past, a tapestry woven with threads of survival and creativity. Join me next time, fellow explorers, as we chase the echoes of the ancient world, from these Chilean highlands to the farthest reaches of the Americas. Until then, keep your head on a swivel, your spirit wild, your curiosity sharp, and your eyes open to the stones that speak. This is SuperGringo, signing off from the Cordillera, where the past rides eternally.
Ancient American Explorer.